Let me ask you something. What if you could actually buy patience? I don't mean learn it, but literally purchase it, like in a bottle. Today, we're diving into a story called The Commerce of Patience, and it's all about a single transaction that doesn't just change a life, it completely redefines the meaning of strength itself.
Just think about that for a second. No more years of practice, no meditation, just buying it over the counter. What would a single dose of pure, unshakable calm really be worth to you? Well, that exact question is right at the heart of the story we're exploring.
You see, for the narrator here, this wasn't just some hypothetical idea. He actually found himself in a position to make that very purchase. And let me tell you, the experience completely upended his idea of what it means to endure hardship.
All right, let's start at the beginning. Section 1, Unseen Wounds. Wow. Just feel the weight of those words for a moment. Unseen wounds. Gnawed away in silence. This isn't a problem you can just show to a doctor, right? It's not something you can easily explain to a friend. We're talking about a deep internal corrosion, and he was absolutely desperate to find a cure for something nobody else could even see.
So, that brings us to Section 2, Encountering the Patient Seller.
So where did he find the answer? Well, it wasn't in some grand temple or a fancy clinic. Nope. It came from the most ordinary scene you can imagine. And honestly, this total lack of spectacle, just a simple man selling something most people would just walk right past, that's exactly what made our narrator stop and wonder.
So he asked the man, how much? And the seller says, the price is 1 dinar, but its value is 1,000 dinars. Think about that paradox. This huge kind of crazy gap between the cost and its supposed worth was so intriguing that even though he was skeptical, he just had to buy a dose.
And this is where it all changes. Section 3, a dose that changes everything.
The moment he takes it, it's not a thought or a new idea that hits him. It's a physical sensation, this heavenly coolness that just instantly spreads through his chest. It's like pouring water on a fire that had been secretly burning inside him for years.
And the effect was just bam, immediate and profound. First, that constant background noise of his fear, it just stopped. And once that fire was out, the deeper wounds, the ones he'd been carrying around his whole life, they could finally begin to settle. It was a complete internal reset.
Which leads us to the real revelation here. Section 4, The Art of Hidden Resistance.
And here it is. This is the idea that changes everything. See, most of us think of patience as this passive thing, right? Just giving in, gritting your teeth, waiting for things to pass. He realized it's the exact opposite. True patience is an act of defiance. It's a hidden art of resistance. It's not about letting life's storms just beat you down. It's about building an inner shelter that protects your core, your heart, so that when the storm finally passes, you're not broken, you're still standing, you're intact.
And you know what? This internal shift created a very real external change. Where he once felt completely suffocated by his problems, seeing only closed doors, his new strength actually allowed him to see pathways forward. The world hadn't really changed, but his ability to navigate it was a total game changer.
And that leads to this incredible insight. The point isn't that patience magically changes your fate. Life is still going to throw challenges your way. The real power is that it changes you. It equips you with the calm and the resilience to face whatever fate has in store.
So let's wrap this up with the final takeaway. Section 5, the wisdom of a steadfast heart.
So what's the ultimate measure of a good life? The narrator realized it has nothing to do with wealth or power. It's about the resilience of your own heart, that ability to stay whole, to not break, even when it feels like everything around you is falling apart.
You know, in the end, that simple man on the sidewalk was so much more than just a seller. He became this living symbol of a profound truth, that the greatest strength we'll ever have is the one that keeps our spirit from breaking.
And so, the story leaves us with a question for ourselves. Is patience really an active resistance, a tool for keeping your heart intact? What do you think? Do you agree or do you see it differently?